So in terms of bringing down more content upstream in the value chain, certainly you have raw material processing, research and development, component manufacturing, modules, and so on and so forth. So we say that the automotive industry is an industry of industries, because a vehicle plant produces a car, but there is a tire plant which produces a tire for the car. There is a plant which produces spark plugs, and it's there. There is a plant which produces paints like Plascon, and they're here. We have plants which produce batteries. So certainly within these different value points, what we see today is that as the Kiira plant comes online, it opens up opportunities for so many other entrepreneurs in the ecosystem to start now digging deeper, whether it is converting iron ore into steel so that we can build frames, whether it is using copper to make electrical wiring, whether it is making printed circuit boards and the computers that control different mechanisms, whether it is making glass from silica sand, whether it is making leather and interior upholstery from textiles, cotton, and so on and so forth. And all of these, that's why I say it will take a whole village. All of these globally are termed as supply chains, because there are so many people who participate at different value points in order for them to contribute to the final product, which comes from a vehicle plant. And we see that there will be growing opportunity. Already we have some few who have set up here. Today we are at the Kiira vehicle plant, which is the biggest, most competent and most capable bus manufacturing facility on the African continent, sitting on 100 acres of land and fitted with capabilities for frame and body manufacturing, paint shop operations, chassis line, trim fine assembly, as well as quality testing and inspection, with an initial installed capacity which should come online by October 2024 of 2,500 buses a year, and that boils down to 200 a month and 11 a day. We have the coach products, which are designed to provide you that mobility solution, connecting opportunities between cities, the countryside, and across borders. And these ones we have as electric as well as diesel. And we have the city buses, which come today as purely electric. But in the future, we are looking at different energy options, including compressed natural gas and other energy options which will be viable. The data we see today is that in Uganda, and which is the case for most of the African countries, 82% of the passengers who move by road use public transport. 90% use private cars. 9% use border borders. So for now someone looking to have interventions, the starting point on the passenger side is really the public transport means, and those are the buses. But also buses offer another opportunity of the content can be localized a lot faster than the private cars, because buses can even be produced at low volume and you continue building. But the private cars, really for the production to be viable, you really need to be producing in terms of mass production. And we will grow to that point. We see an opportunity for us to move from buses to trucks for cargo. Again, 96.5% of the cargo in Uganda and for the most of Africa is actually by road using motor vehicles. Rail is developing, aviation will also continue to develop, but the road transport for cargo is still a major element, and we see a market opportunity in that space, as well as SUVs, which is one of really the private vehicles that is used mainly within the public and the private sectors for moving people across different duty cycles, whether it's within the city or even the countryside. And also pickup trucks, which offer a lot of opportunities for people to even carry some minimum load when they need to prove a bit of produce. Market systems development is a phenomenon that takes a concerted effort, and we are committed to market systems development. We are looking at a number of segments within the business to government, because as you know, governments, not only here in Uganda, but across the world, are a leading consumer of mobility solutions. So we are looking there. and we are having very interesting and definitive steps in that area. We are also looking at the business-to-business solutions, people who own fleets, like the bus transporters, institutions which have big fleets and so on. And of course, ultimately, as we scale and get more market dominance, the business to consumer will continue being a very important segment. Now, of course, we are having a lot of very mature conversations, not only here in Uganda, but also across the African continent, with a lot of interest which we are developing further, and we hope to be locking in more and more orders. In terms of the break-even analysis, we know that from the point of start of production, the data we see is that within a period of 4 to 5 years, that is the medium term, we should be able to be cash flow positive.